sing, lift your voices.
Okay, we are just an hour or two before Passover for the year 2012. I'm here to inform you that there should be 2 cups on the Seder table for Passover. Of course, most of us know about Elijah's cup, but there's also a cup set there beside Elijah, which is called Mariam's cup. These are the 2 items that should be placed on the Seder table at Passover. Both cups derive their symbolic meaning from biblical characters, Elijah and Miriam. Now, Elijah's cup is named after the prophet Elijah, as most of us know. He appears in the biblical books of King 1 and 2 Kings, where he frequently confronts King Ahab and his wife Jezebel, who worship the pagan god Baal. When Elijah's biblical story ends, it is not because he has died, but rather because of a chariot of fire lifts him into the heavens. Behold, there appeared a chariot of fire and horses of fire, and Elijah went up by a whirlwind into heaven. So this spectacular departure eventually made it possible for Elijah to become a legendary figure in Jewish tradition. Many stories recount how he saved Jews from peril, often anti-Semitism, and to this day his name is mentioned at the end of Shabbat, when Jews sing about Elijah, who should come speedily in our days, along with the Messiah, son of David, to redeem us. In addition, Elijah is thought to be the guardian of newborn baby boys, and for this reason, a special chair is set aside for him at every Brit Milah. Elijah also plays a part in the Passover Seder. Every year in Jewish homes around the world, families set out Elijah's cup as part of their Seder. The cup is filled with wine, and children eagerly open the door so that Elijah can come in and join the Seder. So, though it makes sense to assume that Elijah's cup is simply an honorary remembrance of the prophet, Elijah's cup serves a practical purpose. When determining how many cups of wine we should drink during the Passover Seder, the ancient rabbis couldn't decide whether that number should be 4 or 5. The solution was to drink 4 cups and then pour another one for Elijah, the 5th cup. So, now also beside Elijah's cup is another cup that should be placed there. Now, not every household includes Mariam's cup at the Seder table, but when it is used, the cup is filled with water and placed next to Elijah's cup. Mariam was the sister of Moses and a prophetess in her own right. When the Israelites are freed from bondage in Egypt, Mariam leads the women in dance after they have crossed the sea and escaped their pursuers. The Bible even records a line of the poem she chants while the women dance. In Exodus 15:21, we read, "Sing to the Lord, for he has triumphed gloriously. Horse and driver has he hurled into the sea." Later, when the Israelites are wandering throughout the desert, It is said that a well of water followed Mariam. Water did not abandon them in all their 40 years wandering, but accompanied them on all their marches. God wrought this miracle for the merits of the prophetess Mariam, wherefore also it was called Mariam's well. The tradition of Mariam's cup stems from the legendary well that followed her and the Israelites in the desert, and also the way in which she spiritually supported her people. The cup is meant to honor Mariam's story and the spirit of all women who nurture their families, just as Mariam helped sustain the Israelites. The Bible tells us she died and was buried in Kadesh. Upon her death, there was no water for the Israelites until Moses and Aaron prostrated themselves before God. Now, the way Mariam's cup is used varies from family to family. It is important also to remember that Jesus turned the water into wine. But first, the jars had to be filled with water. We have a lot of references about water in the New Covenant. So, also Jesus says, whoever believes in me, verily, from their belly shall flow rivers of living waters. So this Passover, fill a cup and put it beside Elijah and fill that cup with spring water in honor of Mariam, the prophetess, the one who honored God with dancing and song and honored the people of Israel in their journey through the desert with water, which water stopped when she died. So there was no water after her death until Moses and Aaron prostrated themselves before God.
Let all who have breath, all who can sing, lift your voice.